Hi everybody, my name is Jessica Holyfield. I am a professional dancer, professional dance choreographer, and dance educator based out of the southeast of the United States. And we are going to be taking a look at some excerpts from the first episode of Street Dance Girl Fighter Season 1. I've been doing a full episode reaction on Patreon with having excerpts from the show released onto YouTube. So if you're wanting to see my full context opinion about some challenges or some of the auditions, I do have a lot of that is on Patreon exclusively, but this is the intro for YouTube specifically with what you're seeing. So without further ado, let's go ahead and check it out.
Music make you lose control. Music make you lose control.
Let's go.
Nice. Very clean. Wow. That was nice.
We're gonna make you lose control and let it go, for you know you're gonna hit the flow. Rock to the beat till I'm
very clean. It's cute. Cute and clean. Yeah, they all match the energy very well together. Yep. Cute. 10-second countdown begins.
Music make you lose control. Make you lose control.
Yes.
Nice, nice, nice. Okay, so from the top of this, very clean. Love that. And also when you notice that when you have somebody that is particularly more famous than the other members, I'm appreciative that the mentors were very much like, we shouldn't get our hopes up immediately before. Right. Because it's not viewing it as effectively or as appropriately as you should, right? And especially regardless of how popular a group is, you don't want to put preconceived notions onto them, because that can lead to more disappointment, and it can cloud objectivity in some way, shape, or form, because you're like, oh, they didn't meet my expectations, so you view their routine more negatively. And if they met your expectations, you view them more positively. So it's something it's always good to just go in with no expectations and properly gauge effectively there. But it is hard whenever you have groups that are known for something. It is interesting that they chose the song that they did. You're not really used to that. And everyone's like, huh? Yeah, you just wouldn't expect it from what they're wearing. I still very much like it though. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Love it. Here we go now. Just very clean, and they're hitting a lot of things in the ands and the whole counts. And honestly, in a show like this, I think because in the very first audition, you guys showcase your cleanliness, you showcase how effective you work as a group, you show your formations, you show your levels, you show your dynamics. That's what's really going to set you up for success. Now, if you're one who wants to pursue certain ideas with it, it's always good to showcase your vocabulary of movement. And I think they did that very well. I don't think I saw a ton of locking though here. And that would just be my one note, especially if our very viral famous dancer or influencer here, if she showcased locking, that would make more sense as to the intention. But she didn't really show it as much. But I think it could be strategic. Possibly. I think that's totally okay. The waves are really nice. The waves were clean. They punch it out. I will say there is a bit, whenever you're really clean, a lot of times you end up sacrificing rock and bounce. So that's something that I am noticing on some of these moves, that normally I would see a rock and a bounce integrated. It's a little bit more, not robotic, but it is more stiff in execution, which isn't necessarily wrong, and it's not necessarily a bad thing, but it can affect the authenticity of the style that you're choosing to represent and replicate. And they're hitting it over, but it is still very clean. I love that voonch over. That was nice. So doom doom with the head or with the body, and then having those framed down is really nice. Yeah, double take, you know. I also, there's a chance because she really is passionate about locking, and I don't know the scope of the other girls, just based on the interview that we saw is really my only scope, right? I feel that maybe she didn't quite invest as much into locking for this set, just to make sure everybody is viewed effectively and well, and not have there be so much focus on her. There could be that too. The dip through, boom, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so it is nice where they're choosing, instead of just riding a groove on both sides, they're hitting on the first one, and then they're integrating a more polyrhythmic intention on the second one, which I love. It's really nice. Yeah. That right here. I like it. They're going for it. It's really fun. And then having one feature. So I think that's one of my favorite things that I've been noticing from all the crews is you always have a one feature, or they have people that they feature within the crew. And it's really fun. You get to see the sound of the crew. It's just really enjoyable. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2. I love that. Da 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 pa. Oof. Super cool. That louder. It's just love the personality there. Super fun. Yeah, super cool. With the melt through here. Love that control. Super, super fun. It's just very clean. But my one note is, if we are doing a comparison, which ideally when you do an adjudicated competition, which is not this, an adjudicated competition, you want to go off of a criteria, not off of comparisons of your crews, because that's not really appropriate or effective, and it does leave in more room for subjectivity. But here, it's more so if you are comparing the crews, let's say, that have been accepted and those that have not been accepted. So far, everybody that they've shown has been accepted. And I'm thinking, like, you can kind of get the range. Those who are hitting the 4, like the barely passing, those are the ones that they have some chronic things that we're noticing about their group, but every crew that we're seeing has major potential. And I think that's the beauty of the show, and I think that's the point, is to refine it by having mentors be able to refine those things, you know. But as a judge, or as somebody who is picking your people as a mentor, it is something you have to navigate of, okay, here's who I have in my crew currently, here's a different avenue, do I want to have them in my crew? You have to kind of like put yourself in the shoes of how well would I be able to refine or integrate myself into this, you know. And I think that some crews, with this, in this case, I feel like, I would say Wavy or Want, maybe really good crews to select them here. But I like the fact there's a lot of crews that are interested. But I do think that Want and Wavy's choreo would sit really well on them, or their perspective of formations and movement would look really nice. And how they finish is super fun, and then Hook gets them at the last minute, which is super cool. So all in all, I really like it. I'm definitely, I can't wait to see who gets to be in which crew. But I'd say it's very strong, it's clean, and it definitely placates to a lot of the crews that we are seeing here. It's really nice. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that was helpful in some way. If you want to see any Street Fighter content, Street Dance China content, K-pop content, or dance content of the like, I have all of it on Patreon, as well as a ton of it here on YouTube. If there's something that you want me to react to specifically, I have options on Patreon that you can go and check out, because the holiday season is coming up. It's a really great opportunity. I may have some special discounts and special opportunities depending on what tier you choose to join that could hopefully keep spreading the holiday cheer through the end of 2023. I'm Jess, and I will catch you on the flip side. Bye.